Cosmic Chats with Court. This is the second time, third, fourth time. I'm trying to record this somewhere in more than once. Basically, because I tried to yesterday and Mercury retrograde was literally cramping my style, quite frankly. Okay, so I had this idea where I'm going to do a new series called Cosmic Chats. I'm still doing my vlogs. So if you want to know about my life, who I am, what I do behind the scenes, I upload vlogs on Sundays. But if you are here strictly for astrology, great. I'm going to be talking about something once a week and I'll post it to this channel. So might even have people come on. Actually, in fact, I know I will because that's sort of in the talks, okay? Cosmic Chats with Court. What are we talking about? All things in the cosmos. All right. I almost kind of want to do one that's like conspiracy chats with Court because I think that'd be cool. Like this video if you think I should do conspiracy chats with Court as well. Thank you. Okay. Perfect. This is not a podcast, although I'm kind of recording it like a podcast. It is essentially here for you to just put on in the background. There's going to be very minimal editing to these. It's meant to just go up and be like a, hey, this is the little astro video that you can have on in the background while you're cooking your dinner, doing whatever, and you're going to get some info. So welcome to Cosmic Chats with Court. Ta-da! And today, yes, as you saw, we're going to do the full moon in Pisces. So I'm going to actually use the chart and we're going to walk through this together. Some of the transits, what's happening with the full moon in Pisces, what I'm really excited about, what I'm looking at energetically speaking, and how you can find this in your own chart as well. So let's dive on in. All right. Well, I'm going to share the screen. We are using a website called Cafe Astrology. Now, there's a couple of reasons I like Cafe Astrology. I've been using this with some of my mentor clients. I use many different ones. As probably a lot of you know, I use astro.com. That's like my main chart reading platform that I like to use. But in terms of learning the full and new moon charts, Astro Cafe is actually really good. So is Astro Seek, but Astro Cafe is colorful. And I mean, I'm a Pisces rising, Venus on my rising. I like color. And I'm an Aquarius. I love the aesthetics. So I really like this. So I wanted to use this website. Now, this is the full moon for September the 11th. It is the full moon in Pisces. So if we don't know what a full moon is, let's talk about that first. A full moon, actually, by the way, before I even get into this, if you're new here, hey, what's up? Hello, my name is Courtney. If you're not new here, great. Welcome back again. If you're a hater and you don't believe in astrology, I don't know why you're going to keep watching this, but we welcome you and hopefully you find some insight. If you're an astrology lover, I'm so glad you're here because so am I, and I like meeting new people who are also astrology lovers. But no matter who you are, hit that subscribe button, okay? It's really going to help me out. It's going to support my channel, and it's going to help me reach my dreams. And then I can, in turn, help you reach your dreams. Thank you very much. So subscribe. It really helps me out. It's free. Thank you. Okay, now we move on. A full moon. What's a full moon? A full moon is basically when the moon in the sky is at its fullest, most highlighted, expressive self in the sky. Yeah, it's bright, it's bold. We can usually see it from miles away. It's really big, it's doing its thing. And so the moon being full is basically closing out our, well, not necessarily closing, but it's that part of the cycle where things are coming to a completion, could say closing, coming to a space where we are coming into an ending of sorts or a culmination. Now, the full moon always happens when the sun and moon are opposing. So the moon will be in one sign and the sun will be in the direct opposite sign. So we always have a full moon in the opposite energy to wherever the sun is. Now, in this case, the sun is in the sign of Virgo, which means that we are having an opposition to Pisces where the full moon is. This full moon is happening at 17 degrees of Pisces. So you are going to want to look to see where Pisces is in your birth chart, what house it rules, and also where 17 degrees Pisces is. Now, if you don't have any planets in the sign of Pisces, that's okay. You still have Pisces somewhere in your birth chart, so that area will be highlighted. And so will the Virgo aspects, because it's obviously the sun is in Virgo, so it's opposing this energy. Now, let's talk about what this could actually mean for the collective. Whenever we have a full moon in Pisces, it is the last of the zodiac sign. It's a water sign, highly intuitive, very emotional, very empathetic. You know, the moon in Pisces is really a time of oneness, of feeling the emotions of almost everyone. And what I'm getting with this is a collective release, or like feelings of release, of letting go within our own lives and within the collective. Time to move on. Pisces and Virgo are both mutable energies. They are here to bring change. They're here to change something up, move in a different direction. They're part of the change of seasons, right? We have Pisces and Virgo during the time of the year when we're changing seasons, literally, which is a mutable energy. Now, something else with the moon and the sun in Virgo is that Virgo and Pisces have a very similar kind of grasp, I guess. Like, all opposing signs do. They almost share a commonality around something that they're here to do or that they have in common. They just show it or it manifests in different ways. So a Pisces and Virgo energy is really connected to being a healer, being someone who's being here to be of service and support in some way. Now, Virgo is an earth sign, so it's more of that like tangible healer. And, we could think of people like doctors, paramedics, surgeons, nurses. They're often dealing with the more earth or the practical level and using things like their minds and their brains, of course, their skills, but the analytics, Virgo, to help be of service. Pisces, on the other hand, is more of that energetic healer. It really gets to the emotions, the feelings that are kind of being expressed or going down at this time. So the moon in Pisces, or the Pisces energy, is more of the healer that's connected to emotional, spiritual, and energetic healing. Whereas Virgo would be more on the side of like the physical, tangible healing, or the physical, tangible being of service. Virgo rules things like our daily habits and our routines and how we take care of ourselves and our bodies, body, mind, and soul. Pisces really rules, again, like our imagination, our emotional world, things that we can't necessarily see or put words to. I love talking about this dynamic because I am someone who actually, I'm actually somebody who I feel like I question, well, I do. I'm a critical thinker. I question a lot of things and I want to know why. I'm very curious. I have Mars in Gemini. And I have Mercury in Aquarius. So I definitely think in different types of ways. But why I'm bringing this up is because I always like talking about the axis of Virgo Pisces, because of the reason that Virgo is really about, you know, one could say it's a little bit more sciency versus Pisces, which is like illusionary, right? Like, maybe sciency isn't the right word. Logical is the right word to use with Virgo. So the logical side of Virgo sun, or the sun being in the sign of Virgo right now, is like, oh, we our brain wants to make up and understand why we're doing the things that we're doing. That's very Virgo energy. Whereas Pisces doesn't know. Pisces has no clue and it's just going with the flow. Okay. Now, I love this because we live in a 3D world where human beings love to make sense of literally everything and anything. Sometimes there is parts of the world, of the universe, of this existence that don't make logical sense. Sometimes there are no words to summarize how you feel, or sometimes there isn't a clear plan ahead. Virgo doesn't like that, okay? It likes to know. No, they're ruled by Mercury. It likes to know. Whereas Pisces, flow. One wants to know and the other one wants to go with the flow. So this opposing energy, it's like, wow, there's a push and pull between that. And wouldn't it be magical if we could blend and balance the practicality, the logic with the imagination and the spiritual? Yeah, that's a big piece of the puzzle of what this world really needs right now, in my opinion. Anyway, that's something I love to discuss when it comes to that opposition between those two energies. But let's break this down. What could this full moon have in store for the collective? Well, for starters, the moon is at 17 degrees and Neptune in the sign of Pisces, which is currently retrograde, is also very close to this moon. It's at 24 degrees. I mean, it's not a close orb. It could get closer for it to be a exact conjunction, but they are conjunct. They're close. And so when the moon connects with Neptune, especially in the sign of Pisces, we might experience feelings of being very dehydrated, needing a lot more water, feeling tired, feeling like we're kind of like more up in the upper chakras versus the lower ones. We could feel like we're dazed and confused, lost a little bit. We could feel like something's too good to be true. We could feel like we're just kind of spaced out, like space cadet-y. But we could also feel on a deep level, it's time for our dreams to happen. Like, oh my God, pinch me. Is this actually happening? Now, I say that because I feel like there is something that you've manifested that is coming to fruition with this energy. It's coming to a culmination point. I say that because Neptune is connected to our dreams. It's also a retrograde right now. And so this could look like looking more within on some of the work that we've done internally to then change our external world. But I get the sense that this is actually creating something that we've been manifesting is starting to take practical form, take tangible form. And I say that because of all the earth energy that's going on. So the dream or the big vision, very Neptune, that we held and that we wanted to call in 6 months ago is now starting to take physical form. Because it's Virgo season, we have the sun in Virgo, something physical, tangible. Venus is also in Virgo at this time. So physical, tangible resources and values and our money. Mercury's retrograde at this time too. Yes, we are having our Mercury retrograde in the sign of Libra during this time. And so maybe something from the past is coming back around and taking tangible form. That's one way that this could manifest and this could show up. Now, what else I'm seeing under this moon though is that we also have an opposition from Jupiter, the planet of expansion and, abundance and belief in the sign of Aries, which is really teaching us to be really like trusting ourselves, self-trust, testing us a little bit when it comes to our own faith within ourselves. Opposing Mercury in Libra, and while Mercury is going retrograde, it means that there are some conversations or things from the past that might be coming back around to help us with our own inner expansion or to help us believe in ourselves on a deeper level. Maybe we're connecting with new people, that could manifest as that. But oppositions can be tricky because, like I just said before, there is a balance that needs to be created. So while Jupiter being in Aries is really about the self and Mercury in Libra is really about conversation with others, where could we blend those two in our lives? I see this kind of being as like maybe there's some literal legal things that's also very Libra, maybe some like, balancing of the scales, needing to balance work and play, needing to balance home and work, balancing our health, taking time out from our health and, or I shouldn't say taking time out for our health, taking time to address our health, doing things for ourselves. While also balancing our connections with others. I think also what's important to note here is that there could be a blessing coming through someone else. It could be someone from the past. It could be something connected to information or, something that you kind of previously, something legal, like some legal stuff being cleared up. So that could happen during this time. Venus is also in Virgo. So Venus doesn't like being in Virgo. Right now, that Venus in Virgo energy is really about how can I spend my money or my resources on things connected to practical matters, like cleaning supplies or my health. Maybe we are spending our resources on furthering things within our work life. Maybe we have to buy something that will help us. I don't know. Let's say you work online and maybe you need like a new chair because your back hurts. That's like very Venus and Virgo. Or maybe you're signing up for a new gym, or you're wanting to sign up for a personal trainer or something because you want to hold yourself accountable. Like those are things that could be very Venus and Virgo. When we think of Virgo, we're thinking about practical, tangible, and not as like over the top. We're kind of reining it in a little bit when it comes to Venus and Virgo. So, Venus and Virgo is more about saving and spending on the things that are connected to our health and our daily routines and habits. So, it's not necessarily about going out there and spending all this money on like new tech or unless you need it for your work, but on yourself. We just had that with Venus and Leo. And don't worry, Venus is going to get to Libra and that's going to be so beautiful. I love Venus and Libra. But yeah, so I would say that's definitely happening under this moon as well. Speaking of Venus and Virgo though, there is a square from Venus in the sign of Virgo at 6 degrees over to Mars in Gemini at 11 degrees. Woo! Okay. That was my Mars in Gemini. Okay. Mars in Gemini, number one, that's my Mars. My Mars is in Gemini. Chaotic AF. Okay. Mars in Gemini at 11 degrees is squaring, which is a tense aspect, Venus in Virgo. We are curious. We want to play. We want to exert our energy in many different ways. But that practical side of Venus is like, do you have the resources to be able to do all these things? How are you going to do that, honey? How are you going to make that happen? Mars and Gemini is like, let me just let me get out there. Let me like be social. Let's like go. And the thing is this means that we're doing things twice. There are duality. There's double here. And Venus and Virgo is like all this Virgo energy is like, can we just like focus on one thing? And Mars and Gemini is like, no, we can't. This could look like we're creating multiple different revenue streams. This could look like multiple different partners. Just saying, okay? You guys do you, whatever. This could look like a variety, feeling like there's a lot of different balls in the air, and Venus and Virgo is like trying to help us ground, really get into our body, spend money on ourselves so that we're feeling grounded and rooted, so that we can go and do all of these things that we're excited about. Now, Mars in Gemini is also squaring the sun in Virgo again. It's helping us ground that Virgo energy, but Mars in Gemini is not all about grounding. It's about getting out there and, networking, socializing. It is in a pre-shadow phase. So paying attention right now to what's happening in your life when it comes to how you're putting your energy out there in your community and with your friends, and what kind of conversations you're having, if there's something new that you want to learn. These are really good indicators of, what this Mars retrograde might have in store for you. By the way, Mars retrograde is going to happen Mars being in the sign of Gemini is like an 8-month transit. So this is a big one. Like this is huge. Shout out to all my Mars and Gemini friends. So we all share this together. And we also have another square from Mars in Gemini over to the moon. So that means that our energy is squaring how we feel and what we are craving on an emotional level. Mars is assertive and it wants to take action. When it's in Gemini, it's chaotic action. It's the juggler. It's doing many things. It's being very chatty, communicating, but can also look like yelling, screaming, abrupt anger, but it can also look flirty. Okay. Look, Mars and Gemini people can be very witty. All right. I will say that. So there's an opportunity here to advance for sure. There is an expansion with this moon, but there's also some of the things happening under this moon are like, okay, where do we need to watch our tongue and how much we're saying? You know, you know that thing that it's like, oh, what's that saying where it's like you basically just like speak up and then you're like, shoot, I shouldn't have said that. Like basically we just have to be mindful of that because our actions, our words are coming out kind of fast and sort of all over the place. And with Mercury retrograde, it's kind of awkward a little bit. So, you know, the conversations we're having with people could look a little bit uncomfortable, could look a little bit like awkward. But that's the connection to our moon, right? So the moon in Pisces is squaring Mars. One wants to go have fun and explore, and the other one's like, I just want to be in my feels. Okay. So this could be great time for like, I don't know, like a do not take this literally advice. This is just what comes up for me is like people sitting around smoking a joint or something and talking about their feelings and getting lost in a trance. That's what the moon, Neptune square Mars and Gemini feel like to me. So maybe that's for you. Maybe that's your thing. I don't know. That's what that looks like for me. It's like this exploration of our of socialization and like doing something like kind of fun and different. While also it's like kind of tense because it's connected to like our emotions and the things that we want to release. This could also just be great for talk therapy at this time as well. Okay. What else do I see? There's a beautiful sextile over from Uranus and the North Node over to Neptune, which is great. This could also bring really nice and beautiful blessings when it comes to our dreams or the visualizations that we've been wanting to experience in our tangible reality. There's also a sextile over to Pluto, which has been retrograde for a while now in Capricorn, helping support us to release the blocks or the resistance around the things that, you know, we've been needing to let go of, but also help us like tune into our own personal power and create more power structures within our own life. So I think that that's really nice. Neptune sextiling Pluto as well. Like this could be very intuitive time. So getting our answers through our intuition and helping using our intuition to kind of set up the system for our lives that we want or whatever this new dream is. Now, the other thing I'll say is I just want to talk about the trines. So we've got a Uranus trine Pluto. We've been experiencing that. It's nothing new, but at the time of this moon, again, that could heighten our intuition. It could give us an insight, something really quickly coming to us, maybe not super noticeable, but it's like a aha, you know? And we're like, could that be part of what this new thing is that we're creating? I would pay attention to that. Uranus is, you know, the kind of innovative sign. So you could think of something innovative that helps rebuild a structure in your life. There's also a trine from Uranus in the North Node over to the energy that we have in Virgo with the Sun, a trine from Mars over to Mercury as well. So, you know, we could be having really powerful conversations with people, but they're easy conversations, they're easy insights. Maybe we're getting I almost think of this too as like revisiting, not necessarily nostalgic, but being like, yeah, like, hey, remember when you used to do that? Or saying, like, you know, I'm really like sorry for that time where I did this and blah, blah, blah happened. Or maybe you're even reaching out to someone from your past and being like, look, like, I really like this about you. You know, I've been thinking about you. So there is an essence of people from the past coming back, conversations, connections, contracts from the past coming back. But it feels quite harmonious. It feels kind of fun. It feels kind of flirty. Kind of like it. It feels flirty and fun. And I don't know. I think that, yes, this could be a very emotional, intuitive, connected time. There is definitely a chance that this could have some abrupt energy. Like I said, watch your tongue, watch what you're saying. But it could also be a time where we're being guided to something new, using our intuition to guide ourselves down that next pathway and seeing the tangible results of some of the visualizations and the manifestations that we've actually been trying to call in for a while. I think we have to remember that, the fall is a time of harvest and it's collecting our resources for what we need for the next season. And so we do tend to see a lot of that harvest come through in the next couple of months. And so, talk to people, get out there, network, create time and space for yourself, your body, your mind, your soul. And it's a time of resetting. And I think that this full moon is a great time to release anything that is not serving you, anything that's energetically blocking you from stepping into this next version of you. Because I want to remind you, the next new moon is going to be in Libra, and that means the full moon will be in Aries. So, the Pisces energy is a great time to really release stagnant and anything that's just kind of taking up energetic space. So I really advise us to do that as well during this time. Okay. I hope that you enjoyed this. If you want to book a personal reading, all the links are below. Come over to Bravely Beautiful brand, where that is my main business, baby. And I talk about astrology daily. I also talk about astrology on iamcourtburns, my Instagram, and my TikTok. TikTok, there's a lot going on there. So come follow me over there if you want to. I'm so excited about these cosmic chats. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think, how you feel about these. Do you want me to keep doing them? What's your thoughts? Let me know. And I'll see you on Sunday with my next video, which is going to be a Virgo season type of vlog. Okay. I love you all so much. Don't forget to subscribe. Happy full moon. Happy full moon to you. Bye. See you later.